there are changes afoot in a certain sense in relation to forms, which could be seen as potentially leading to ambiguity in terms of users' interaction. So could you tell us a bit about forms and then perhaps that bit of critique?
Yeah, in the 1986 Act, they brought in everything that required standard information came in on the back of a prescribed form. So all that information that was in the prescribed form was not actually within the rules themselves. It was in the appendices and it just referred to the use of a certain form. With the changes in the way electronic documentation is produced and needed, the decision was made to effectively not abolish but discontinue the use of prescribed forms. And now in the new rules, all the information that was in those forms is listed in detail in the order in which it is required in each of the rules. So in one respect, there is a lot more detail in the new rules because all the information that was listed and required in specific forms is now listed within the actual body of the rules.
So do you think in terms of a user's interaction with the provisions that are they going to have to come up with their own version of a rule? Hitherto there would have been a set standard one, or
I think the format is going to be an issue because it gives you the list. It lists the order in which the data needs to be provided, but then there's a caveat that it should be provided in that order unless a different order provides the person who's going to receive it a better understanding of what is going on. So I don't quite know. It would be interesting to see if that evolves when we see the final version of the rules.
So you think evolve in the sense of seeing a set of forms that would be uniform?
Yeah, I think people want forms because they like forms, and people who receive forms know where to look for a piece of information. They always know that this piece of information which they're looking for is at this bit on the form, and they can. It makes processing easier.
Also, I suppose when you've got judges, for example, who are going through big sets of materials and need that, where is X information, and they're hunting it down.
Although they've reduced the amount of stuff that needs to be filed in court. And the other point on forms is that after 2010, the 2010 amendment rules, Companies House then decided to have anything that has to be filed at Companies House now has a covering Companies House form. So you have a Companies House form, which in some cases has replaced the original form, that prescribed form that was in the Insolvency Rules in 1986, and in some cases it's additional. So you've got Companies House need those to process their documents because they scan them and process them electronically.